It is a beautiful day here at Adventure Subaru, and Travis is having us back out again. Thanks for having us out. Today we're going to be taking a look at this Subaru Outback Wilderness Edition. What can you tell us about it, Travis?
All kinds of fun things. So the new 2024 Subaru Outback Wilderness Edition has 260 horsepower. It's got 9.5 inches of ground clearance, and it comes standard with 17-inch black finish wheels and the Yokohama Geolander all-terrain tires. It's got StarTex water-repellent upholstery, which is super great, and it has, of course, the standard symmetrical all-wheel drive that come with all Subarus. There's also some really exciting features like dual X mode for those off-road and snowy conditions. The Wilderness Outback will get you everywhere you want to go.
Man, this car sounds awesome. Let's take a drive.
Wonderful.
All right, Travis, this car, man, it's beautiful. First of all, this display gets me every time, just because it's so much larger than the one that's in my vehicle. And you were just explaining to me that you can control the climate, not with the touch screen all the time, you can also do it with your voice.
You can. So the car actually has two types of voice command. So it has the car's onboard voice command, which is going to be saying things like set temperature to 65 degrees or seat heater on high. When your phone's paired up, if you have an iPhone, you'll have Apple CarPlay. If you have an Android, it'll be Android Auto. So you can actually press and hold the voice command to activate Siri or Google Assistant. So your car essentially has two types of voice command system. Super handy.
And another thing, when I think about the Outback specifically, I think off-road. I think you're going on a camping trip, or you've got your bike on your roof rack or on your back rack and you're headed out to the mountains. That might be a stereotype, but there's a reason for that stereotype. Would you say, Travis?
I think so, and especially when you get into trim levels like the Wilderness Edition, which is set up specifically for a lot of those things. It's got a bit more ground clearance with an elevated lift. It's got really beefy roof rails for those rooftop tents. So it has a lot of the features that people who really like to discover the outdoors get to have standard on my vehicle.
Okay, great stuff. Love this car. We're talking about Wilderness. Let's do a little cab quiz. Let's do a little stump the salesman. Talk about some things to do with the outdoors. I thought that maybe today we could focus on our national park system.
Okay.
Because I hear you're a whiz at knowing all things national parks.
I spend time in the national parks and I thoroughly enjoy that.
That's good. So let's talk about, this isn't really a quiz question as much as just like get to know Travis. What has been your favorite national park that you've had the chance to go to?
Probably going to say my favorite national park is the Canyonlands in Utah.
Oh.
It's Utah's largest national park, and it's divided into 3 sections, and there's a section called the Maze, and it is just these huge sandstone, like little gullies and gulches and little canyons, and it is absolutely magical there.
Here's a question, maybe you'll know the answer. Do all national parks in the United States have at least one picnic table?
I'm going to say yes.
Okay.
I'm going to say there's at least a single picnic table in every single national park.
I think it's required.
Yeah.
You've got to have a picnic table.
I think so. A lot of the parks were helped develop with the CCC, which is the Civilians Conservation Corps.
Sure.
And they helped build a lot of the trail systems right after World War II. And so you got to eat somewhere. You might as well have a picnic table.
Here's a question then. The CCC also helped, it's not a national park, but a state park right around our area develop this state park when the CCC was a thing. Do you know which state park I'm referring to?
Devil's Den?
Yeah, it is.
All
right. Yeah. To get into a national park, do you have to drive a Subaru?
It's not required, but it's certainly advocated for.
I feel like what you get when you drive a Subaru is when you go into the national park and you stop at the gate or the kiosk, they slap you a high five.
Yeah, they're like high five. We're like, well, at least we know you'll be able to get out. We're probably not going to have to send search and rescue after you.
That's right. Well, I know one thing. If I'm driving this to one of these parks, man, I'm in good hands because this thing is absolutely awesome. I feel safe. I feel secure. I don't know if we even talked about the trim line and the seats that are in this thing, but it is so comfortable. It's like it's giving me a hug as I'm sitting here driving.
And the StarTech material is probably the easiest to clean material. You just wipe it off with a damp rag. I'll get in the car all muddy, just one rag and you're ready to go.
Really?
Oh yeah.
That is super beneficial, especially when you get in after I don't know, if you're doing rock climbing or you're going biking, cycling, whatever you're doing. people like to get dirty and have fun with their toys. So man, it's nice to know that this is easy to clean.
Absolutely.
Yes. Travis, once again, thank you for a safe drive here with this Outback Wilderness Edition 2024, brand new. I can't believe you guys trusted me with this, but I appreciate it.
My pleasure. Thank you.
Yes. Stick around. We're going to have more Good Day in WA coming up right after a short break.